And the next part which we're gonna work on is attach. Here, as you can see, attach and detach. I open level 2 and then in a structure tab, for example, I add floor structural or slab for level 2, and then I sketch it here in this way and then finish, and then add a split line. I sketch a line here. I open 3D view. Again, I select the floor and modify sub-elements 3500 and then make it inclined in this way. I open level 1 and then I place the section line here in this way. Suppose that here we got a roof. Let me select the column to modify it. Let me see, the thickness is proper. Right now I want to detach the columns to the floor. I select the column and then I click on attach to base. When you click on attach base, then you will have some items in option bar. And another point here is that when you attach your columns, then you will some added parameters in properties. So I attach it. Attach column to top or base. So let me check the column. As you can see, the roof is located on the top, at the top, so I check top. The next is attachment to style. Cut column, cut target, do not cut. So to make it more clear, let me change the type of these columns to concrete columns. So let me modify them. Let me see. Since right now it is better to work with concrete columns, not metal columns. So I load one in libraries and then English, structural columns and then concrete, and then let me see, for example I add metric concrete rectangular column. Actually it already exists since I have modified it. So okay, I select it 500. Okay, check this out in this way. So right now you will understand it better. I select attach. Then in attachment to style, I set it on cut column. Right now if I click on the target, which is the floor, they will join each other in this way. And right now practically the column is cut. And the more settings there is in construction attachment justification, I set on maximum intersection or intersect. Right now as you can see, the column is cut in this way. So this is called cut columns in attachment to style. I make a copy out of this column to check another style, so I attach this as well. But this time I set it on cut target. So I click on target and again I select the column and then I set it on maximum intersect. Right now as you can see, the floor is cut. And to have a better observation, if I place the section line here, wait for a second, check this out. As you can see, the target or floor is cut. Let me modify the far clip offset of the section. Look, the floor is cut. So in structural projects you can control the attachments in this way. And again I make another copy and then I attach. This time I want to set it on do not cut. I don't want to cut none of them. So if I, for example, modify the attachment justification, and right now as you can see in section they are attached to each other, but no cut is applied in this way. Offset from attachment, for example 200 or minus 200. You just set them apart or 0 in this way. Another option is detach, so I select and then I click on detach. I detach another one and detach in this way. So these are the attachment and detachment settings. Top offset 0, 0 and 0. Again I select and then I click on attach. So in here you can choose your attachment style and then you can specify your attachment justification before your attachment. Minimum, maximum or intersect column midline. So let me say the differences between these items. I attach these. So here, as you can see, the attachment justification is on minimum. And when you got the minimum exposure between the column and roof, if I set on intersect column midline, and right now the attachment is done to the extent of midline. But if I set on maximum, you'll see the whole part attachment. But here you're also able to specify an offset from attachment, for example 50 in this way, or for example 200 for the intersection, according to attachment justification. Here if I choose intersect column midline, right now 200 is applied. For example, if I set 0, or right now if I set for example 10 millimeters, the intersection will be increased in this way, or 30 for example. And other items like maximum, check this out, you know it. And as you can see, the attachment justification influences on the volume of the column. For example, if I set 500 or 0, let me change it to midline. Right now, as you can see, the volume has changed. Maximum intersection or minimum intersection in this way. Very well. Again, I detach the column. Then I'm able to specify, modify type offset. But if I attach it, then I'm not able to modify type offset. So again, I detach it. Check this out. I'm able to modify type offset, for example 0. Anyway, this is where the items are: modify column, attachment and detachment.